Hello everyone, my name is Dante. Welcome to today's video. We are in the Felis 747-200, just doing a slow camera rotation with my controller, and we're just at Honolulu, and we're going to take this down to Hilo with a flight time of roughly 44 minutes, cruising up 29,000 feet. Mach 85 is going to be our speed. Just head into the cockpit flight deck, and we're going to get everything set up. First thing, we're also going to request ground power as well.
Cockpit to ground. Connect ground power.
Now, I'm completely unfamiliar with the 747. This is only my third flight recently. I've done a few flights in this boy a while ago, but I've not really used it.
Ground power connected.
So, please forgive me. The first thing we're going to do, turn on our battery. Standby power to normal. Got ground power, so we're just going to connect our ground power. That should be alright. Yep. Head upstairs. Radio master bus switches. I'm going to let the sim do the alignment. Emergency lights to armed. Window heats to on. Anti-skid on. Body gear steering arm. And it should be oh good. Right. I'm going to let the plane do the INS alignment. However, I'll be punching in the route manually because I'm supposed to be taking off in 25 minutes. So I need to be punching in the route. I need to grab the coordinates for that. So we're going to use the Molokai 5 departure today out of runway 04 right. So I'm just going to bring up the map here. 04 right is this runway here, so it's not a very long runway, but we're not a very heavy aircraft either. So we definitely will have the performance to make it. We're going to make an immediate right hand turn towards the south, and then direct ourselves to Molokai, and then fly over the north here towards our destination. This isn't showing, but we'll get there in due time. Anyways, remote, and remote. I'm going to turn on the Gasper so I don't hear that annoying. The Gaspers, these. I don't hear that annoying droning sound. Right, we're going to switch this over to waypoint 01, and I'm now going to punch in waypoint. So my first waypoint is going to be Molokai. Just grab the coordinates for that. So that's north 21083. So north 21083. Insert. And west 15710. 15710. Point 0. That's waypoint 1. Waypoint number 2 is going to be Pulps. So north 20283. 20283. West 15540. 15540, correction. That's waypoint number 2. Waypoint number 3 is going to be Pumik. So 20180, so north 20180. Just double checking. 20180. Waypoint number 2 is 155171. 55171. And next waypoint after that is going to be Ito, and the Hilo VOR, so 19433. 33, and we're going to do the west 155007. That's our entire route, only 5 waypoints, it's not very long, and we'll just turn off remote. I'll switch this up to waypoint, just verify that they're all there. Waypoint number 3 hasn't saved. That's a good thing. I checked. So waypoint number 2 is 20. Technical difficulties. Is that the ports? So you know what, I'm going to put a waypoint in between, so it's going to put a bonus, so 20231. The waypoint I missed out was in the same direction, 155344. There we go. We've only got 5 waypoints, remotes can come off now, and we can now start setting up the aircraft and performing our before start checklist. Going to set EPR to go around. Don't need our panel lights, it's really dim. Going to set our stop altitude initially of 10,000 feet, and we will now punch in our weights. So load calculator, no that's not it, ground, nope, and payload, there we go. I'm gonna carry 295 passengers and 295 passengers. It takes a minute to scroll there. And 7.5 tons of cargo. I'm gonna just instant board, so again we're on a time crunch, and for our fuel we're gonna carry 2328. So 23 28 plus an extra price, we're gonna round up to 34 plus we're gonna put around about 6. 34 plus 6, so roughly 30 tons of fuel we'll take, and again we're just going to instantly refuel, so we're quite light, and we're going to set up our flight engineer panel now. So fuel boost pumps can come on, we'll leave the center pumps, and we'll just do our max test. So we're going to do first of all stall warning test, at airspeed warning and over rotation, and seatbelt no smoking can come on, nav logo lights can come on, and I think that is everything. Scorp 2000 standby, and actually we'll set up our runway heading now. Runway QDM for 04 right is 042, so we'll set up 042 on our heading book, and our initial VOR for our departure, we're going to use DER as our runway departure, so 2 nautical miles from departure, so 1148 we will use as our reference point. So 1114 8 we shall use just as a DME, and then we're going to over here initially tune up 13.9 for our VOR. However, we're not going to we're going to then redirect to Molokai once we've reached say altitude, so she's over to Jewel actually. We don't need our courses because we're just using these as reference points. And yeah, we'll begin our checklist before start, checklist for pilots.
Before start checklist, please.
Gear lever and lights.
Down and check.
Brakes.
Parked.
Start levers.
Off.
Radios.
On and check.
Flight control hydraulic power.
On.
INS.
Check and nav.
Compasses.
Slaved.
Window heat.
On.
Seatbelts and no smoking.
On.
Emergency lights.
Armed.
Exterior lights.
Hold on.
So we're just going to check my exterior lights, navigation lights, logo lights are on. So I'm actually going to very quickly update my altimeter, 3006, 3006 as we are in America. It should update on the other side. I'm just going to update this here, 3006. Just going to check.
Flight instruments.
Check.
Altimeters and clocks.
1018. Set and cross check.
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Radar and transponder.
Guessing that's my... For the
Stand
radar.
by.
There we go.
Indicator lights.
Check.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Off.
Stall warning.
Check.
Mach airspeed warning.
Check.
Auto brakes.
Check and off.
Body gear steering.
Arm.
Anti-skid.
On.
Autopilot and flight director.
Check and off.
Takeoff warning.
Hold on. Check.
Auto flight enunciators.
Check.
GPWS.
Damn.
I'm not sure how to... Okay, we'll just leave it as that.
Instrument warning. Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Instrument source selectors.
Normal.
Reserve brake valve.
Closed.
Spoilers.
Down.
Static selectors.
Normal.
Oxygen mask and regulator.
Check and emergency off.
Brake
we're going to
pressure.
switch...
Hold on.
Just going to switch over to our flight engineer. Flight engineer panel. I'm actually going to get the APU started now as well because we're quite hot. We're in Honolulu. Okay, APU doors now. APU is now turning on. This one always confuses me. Which way to have my pack valves. I'm just going to leave them as that for now. If it's from right, I'm right.
Battery. On. APU panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 2,9,9,9,8 kilograms. Fuel panel. Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed controls. Check and set. Hydraulic quantity. Check. EPR computer. Go around. Circuit breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Check and set. Fire control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Passenger oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel. Check and set. Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. ADPs off. Checklist completed.
I'm just going to finish up the full side checklist.
Brake pressure.
Damn.
Check. Stabilizer trim. Check and on. Rudder and aileron trim. Check. Checklist completed.
Right, we've got our checklist complete, and we're now going to do our performance calculator. So we're going to reload our weights in here. Runway condition dry. Outside air temperature is currently 31 degrees. It's nice and warm. Current pressure is 3006, and just head on to Navigraph. That's roughly 101795, 1017.95. So there we go. Winds are 0 at 11. Why they go this way, I don't know. 070 at 11. Runway length is very 2.72774, so it's actually quite long. I'm gonna put down 2.7. Airport elevation, I'm pretty sure it's 14 feet, so 0 we're gonna put down. Runway QDM is 40, and we're gonna go flaps 10. We're gonna go flaps 10. Speed books are set, APU is set, and we are ready for push and start. So we're just gonna turn on our beacon light. We're gonna get rid of the ground power. We're gonna request pushback.
Cockpit to ground. Disconnect ground power.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I'm going
Ground
to
power
push
disconnected.
I'm going to nose to the left, facing west.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
I'll turn my panel lights as well, just in case it does get darker. It shouldn't. We're nowhere. It just helps me see things a bit easier as well. And I need to just check my V2, 146. We're going to come at 156. V2 plus 10. Flight directors on. And I have them set for there initially. I'm going to set you over to take off V10, EPR mode. Get my packs.
Okay,
set.
all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Like this. And beacon light is on. Just double check. Beacon light is on. And we'll just get rid of our average.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of the entire crew, welcome aboard the Boeing 747 Classic. We will depart shortly after we have our clearance and the cabin crew is finished with their preparations. For now, I wish you a pleasant flight, and I will be back during the flight with further flight information.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Cabin crew, arm slides. Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Start with engine number 4, so down to ground start.
Start Helhoven.
So while the engine's starting, we're just going to monitor. So this gets to about 20%. Oh, forgot to start the clock. It'll tell me when it gets to 20%.
20% and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
While it's doing that, I'm going to reset my
Starter off.
course for 240.
Engine stabilized.
So I know when I cross it, that's when I begin my turn. So we'll start now. Engine number 1.
Starter valve open.
Your mask will appear automatically in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place the mask over nose and mouth, adjust the headband and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with children or someone who requires assistance, please secure your own mask first before helping others. Keep
20% and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Post against your thighs. Ensure your feet are firmly
Starter
placed.
off.
A life vest.
Apologies. Just wait for engine to stabilize.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Engine stabilized.
There we go. We're going to start off engine number 2 now.
Starter valve open.
Smoke detectors located in the left reach is prohibited by law. You will find this and all the other...
We'll head outside.
%, and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I'm actually going to change my heading from 042 to 180 because we're going to make an immediate right hand turn to 180.
Engine stabilized.
Disabled, so we're going to go engine number 3.
Starter valve open.
Yeah, I can't seem to get a good view on that.
%, and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Starter off.
Alright, starter's off now. I'm going to set my trim, which is going to be 3.1. I'm going to set it into the green band. That was just in the safe zone for takeoff. Maybe a bit of nose down, but I can always correct that. This is a vertical speed as well. I want to maintain 1,000 feet per minute when I'm increasing my speed.
Engine stabilized.
Got all 4 engines stable. Switch them over to flight start. and close, close you, stop the APU, my path valves are closed, I'm going to go full, full, open up the path valves, fuel heat is, well, it will tell us what we're missing. So after engine start,
After start checklist.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switch.
Damn.
well, they're in flight start, so I'll
Beacon lights.
On.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine and the ice.
Off.
Electrical panel. Let's see.
I'm going to check this.
Pack valves. Open. Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Alright, so we're going to set flaps 10 on.
Flaps 10. Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps.
Damn.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data. EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set in green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Check.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seat belts and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and gross weight. Set.
Parking brake released.
Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seat belts and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
So I'm just going to just check the taxi route. So we're going to make a left-hand turn onto Yankee, so that's the next second left onto Yankee, and then we're going to cross runway 8 left, and then onto Delta, all the way down, right onto Charlie. I'll give you a quick taxi briefing. So we're going to make this left here, cross this runway 08 left, taxi down Delta, cross 04 right, 04 left, 04 right, onto Charlie here, hold short 04 right. Go next left, so we're going to take this left here. Bit of a long taxi this is. Right, so I'm gonna set my I'm just gonna set it to TARA. No, correction. Leave it on standby for now, actually. Strobe light can come on since we're about to cross an active runway. There is no traffic on, so there's no traffic going to be coming down. I'm just going to add a bit of power to it, and only got 6 knots. Add a bit of brake in here so we don't exceed 10 knots. And we're just going to follow this taxiway all the way down now until Charlie. Clear runway, so we're going to turn off our strobe lights. Use power and just taxi at a nice gentle 19 knots. We'll pretend this Pan Am flight probably came from, I don't know, Australia or something. Crossing runway. Clear right, clear left. Strobe light on.
Cabin ready.
We're having a keep our strobe lights on. Clear right, clear left. Crossing. Seems like we have a slight drift. Clear runways. Strobe. Oh, not when I turn our beacon lights off. Although if you get ingested by an engine of an aircraft that is clearly moving, that's kind of on you, but that's besides the point. That is an awful tower view. Brace your ears. So again, for the departure, what we're going to do is we're going to climb out 156, we're going to 400 feet, we're going to make an immediate right answer, so we're going to wait until this hits 400. Just going to quickly set a 400 feet bug here. So 400 feet above the ground, we're going to make an immediate right hand turn and to the south. So look, something like this, so we'll take off. Again, take off immediate right hand turn at 400 feet. So before 2 miles, whichever is first. For example, DMA 2 is 2 miles, we'll do 2 miles. Just going to reduce our speed now because we're going to be at 10 knots for a turn. We're going to...
Cabin crew, take your seats. Before takeoff checklist.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Check.
Transponder.
Damn.
Just set that now.
Check.
Ignition.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
Hold on. Disarm.
Pack valves. Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
And since we're turning on, we're going to turn on our outboard and our inboard lights, and we're just going to turn off our turn offs just because we've not been cleared. I'm going to add a bit of power. Do this at 10,000 feet. Also, start our clock, TARA, and we'll turn on our turn off, so just pretend we're giving ourselves clearance. 1000 standby. You can see where I'm making immediate right hand turn. You see the terrain? Immediate right hand turn, so we do not hit it. Coming into this really slowly. And just gonna let it just drift in a bit more. Okay, that alignment will do me just fine. Right, sliding nose forward.
Stabilized.
And just stable. DPR set.
Thrust set.
80 knots.
Release forward pressure.
V1. Rotate.
Nice and gentle on the rotation so we don't tail strike.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Just to maintain speed. Right hand turn.
Gears up.
Trim in. $1,500. Climb thrust. Gonna do an NADP2 departure. $3,000 feet, so I'm just gonna do a trim down to 1,000 feet. And maintain a pitch. $3,000 feet, yep. Command A. $1,000 feet per minute. Initially 180, and I'll hide my yoke there until we cross where we need to cross.
Flaps 5. Flaps 1.
It's 250. Across CKH, Charlie Hilo Hotel. Above 200 knots.
Flaps up.
There we go. Now we're going to just tune up the Molokai VOR, which is 16.1, just across this now. So 16.1, we'll fly a direct inbound course. You've overshot. I'm just going to increase my vertical speed. This is just a high workload of this aircraft. 3,060 feet. About 15. Our max climb rate. Packs open. Slowing down. Arm in VOR. Go. C50. And just going to set my fuel boots. That left-hand turn, just to show you the departure that we can do. Immediate right-hand turn, and then left-hand turn, flying inbounds to Molokai. So we should be
10,000.
1,000. Indicate airspeed 1,000 feet per minute. Set my speed to 297. Set my altitude up to 290. Once we've got this, we will. Yeah, that's about right. Switch over to airspeed hold again. Hold so. 297. And we'll just lock our landing gear. Landing lights can turn off. Turn off lights. Come off. Over light can come off. Strobe lights weren't on. That is really poor from me. I knew real pilot, obviously not. Not a pilot. Engines to off. Valve off. After takeoff checklists.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear lever. Off. Landing and logo lights. Off. Ignition. Check. Seatbelts and no smoking sign. Check. Pack valves. Open. Fuel heat. Wait.
The short time I feel will be into auto. Oh, it's, yeah, there we go.
Auto. Master takeoff checklist completed.
Just doing that left-hand turn now, so once we are in line, we're going to reset this up to 0. Flying inbound now on the radial we wanted. Eventually, 23 miles. Monitoring our speed, our altitude, and now going to go waypoint change 0, 1, reset, and jump to INS, and now we're just going to be heading direct to our waypoint. 18,000 feet as well, so we're going to set standard, which is 2992 in America. 2992 set here, so that one's set twice. And just for our backup, we're going to be flying outbound. Wait outbound radio, I'm just going to I don't know why I did it the long way again. May overshoot, actually I think we should be alright. Should be alright, we will be. When this gets to 3, we'll begin our descent. Screenshot. Just for current reference, this is where we are now at the minute. So we flew outbound, crossed here, made a right hand turn, flew inbound, and we've just crossed here. And our approach is over this island on the other side. Situational awareness, I'm always going to tune my approach. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring up the charts for the arrival. Not that. I've got it on my navigraph. I need to sync up my navigraph. In 2 seconds. Let's fix it now. Just refresh. There we go. So our approach, we're using the ILS-26. This is how we're going to go. We're just going to increase my speed. And so we're going to fly into Hilo. Once we get to Hilo, we're going to make a left-hand turn, fly the full procedure. So we're going to fly left-hand turn about 10 miles out. Once we're 10 miles out, make a left-hand turn, 45 degrees. So flying at 079 outbound, minus 45 degrees. So that's roughly 034. We'll do that for 30 seconds. We'll make a right hand turn onto our ILS. We'll just be at 27,000 feet when we get there. We'll do it at 27,000 feet, so we'll try and get to Hilo above the MSA, which is 18,000, so we should be alright. Quite a bit coming in. We'll be at the MSA, should be alright, so we need to tune up 10, 7, and then tune up 079. 10, 7, and 079. I'm still at EPR. Just going to set this over to cruise. And now just hold there roughly, and we've got a bit of a while with downtime, so let me just grab all the chart again. Minimums is 288 and roll around altitude is 288 is our minimums. Just set that, so we're going to set 290, so 200. 280, 288, no, that's 298, 288, maintain a nice steady pace, right back. altitude. That's probably the sim doing sim things. Let's climb it back up. We're gonna 40 miles out. We need to start setting out 2 miles out. And our reference point by Pumik, we want to get to we want to descend down to roughly we want to descend down to 2700 we need to get down to. We'll say 3000 initially, so that's roughly 26,000 feet we need to lose. 20 feet. So that is 72 miles out. We'll just begin our descent now. Let's try my performance for our landing. I'll do a vertical speed descent. 1500. We'll set our altitude initially 1500. At 1500 feet per minute. Runway conditions, dry runway, heading is 259, around 260, runway distance is 3,000 feet, we're going to set to 900, just going to be a bit conservative, 38 feet, around 100 feet, runway slow, runway conditions, dry, weather is 38 degrees, 101795, winds are 360 at 4. We're coming for a block 25 landing. Set our speed books and we're going to go for auto brakes in. Speed mode, reduce speed down to 280. Seem to be losing speed fast, so the plane's just dropping, which is good. Not to worry about managing my energy. I'm going to tune up the ILS on this side because ILS is actually we'll tune up ITO initially to 10.7 to 59, 10.7. Now we've just got PME, so when we can begin our ILS. Correction, we have our DME 1, so I'm going to change this to ILS, which is, yes, correct, it is 10.7 to 59. This one is not 10.7, it is 16.9. We've just got 46 miles DME. Just struggling to feed up energy, so I'm just going to add some speed brakes. about 260 knots. Now normally if I had ATC I would just request 80% rate, but here I'm just kind of winging it, eyeballing it, just position reference. We are currently here. We're going to make a right hand turn, we are proceed to turn right into Hilo. Considering now 40 miles from Hilo, we need to descend to 3,000 feet. We're about 50 miles, so yeah, I'm gonna increase my rate of descent down to 2,000 feet per minute and speed brakes. Maybe 3,000. Seatbelts 305. Seatbelts landing lights as well. Keep our turn offs off for now. Miles to go. It's still a bit high. Window out before landing. Send checklist.
Approach checklist, please.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brake.
Low.
Radio INS switches.
Hold on.
Sync up on 5. Speed's starting to run away from us. So below 275 knots. Going to add a notch of flaps.
Flaps 1.
That should add a lot of drag. 2,500 feet per minute. This is a very aggressive descent, mind you. Over there is Mauna Kea, which is the tallest mountain in the world from base to peak. Just some quick reference, we are around about here. Right, no more checking the maps, I'll only check it to show you our approach. Below 250. About 5 miles we'll switch over. Around about 3 miles we'll switch over. Just 220. Just going to reduce my vertical speed down to 2,000 feet per minute. And we're below 250, so we're going to go flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
We need to be at 27,000 by the time we get back onto this path. So I'm going to reduce my rate of descent to be a bit less aggressive. Around about 1500 should be a nice. So we'll go flaps 10 very soon. Just over to radio.
Flight director computer selectors. Check. Brake pressure. Check. Spoilers.
Armed.
Altimeters.
1018. Set and cross-check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Off. EPR computer. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check.
Localizer alive.
Approach checklist completed.
There we've overshot. It's alright, just going to correct it.
Flaps 10.
Just correcting. Let's make sure it's 16.9. It's 16.9 that we need. You just overshot. There we go. We've got it now. We've picked it up. Nice and on path. So you can see just from here, we did overshoot VOR, but now we're back on the path. Got our minimum set. Our VREF is 134, so we're going to just set our speed to 139.
Thousand level off.
I'm going to just shallow up my descent a bit. And when this gets a 10, we will make a left turn to 034. After 45 seconds, which I've got, and 30 seconds, we'll begin a right hand turn. Maybe even a minute. Maybe no, we'll go 45. Go 45. Right. There we go. Jump to heading. And we're going to set this to 7 and set this over to 259, 180 degree. Oh, we'll start 45 seconds. And turn right, heading 259. Actually, we'll turn right, 259 minus 45, so that will be 215. Again, we're completely IFR, we can't see anything. And around about 10 seconds to go. And turn now to 215. Of ILS. So we've got the ILS now, so we're just making a right hand turn. In the second right hand turn, we're on minimums, so I'm just going to read the go around procedure. So if we go around, it's straight up to 3,300 feet, climb to 500 feet, and then make a right hand turn. 3,300 and fly to basically back to where we came from. So it's a right hand turn to 100 degrees intercept and we'll do the same procedure again. We'll enter this hold actually. It's currently 180, so when we get to 10 miles out we will go gear down flaps 25, so we're below 205, and we'll set our final approach speed of 149, and then we'll do a landing checklist. Set these to fly start. Overlight can come on, tunnels can come on. Right, no, we'll wait until 5 DME. Although we'll do 160 till then, so we'll go 170. Since we are now on the ILS, we'll drop our speed now to 170. Just can't see anything yet, so we're just gonna keep descending. And we're completely instrumental on minimum VFR here. So we've got a rep one way. I'm actually gonna set my auto brake to medium just to be on the safe side. Moscow still slowing. 6 miles, we're gonna drop gear down, go flaps 25, 160 knots until 4. And then final approach speed of 139. 139. I'll go around altitude. Missed approach altitude there. Just breaking through the clouds, you can see the runway, and just to show you the procedure turn, that's kind of what it looks like. Gear down, flaps 25, 160 knots.
Flaps 25.
160 till 4, 140 afterwards.
Gears down, green light. Landing checklist.
Gear.
Down and check.
Down and check. Flaps.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25.
1000.
Ignition.
Flight start.
Anti-skid.
Check.
Altimeters. 1018. Set and cross check. Landing checklist completed.
My airplane. And we'll just pitch up.
500.
So I'm hand flying now.
Approaching minimums.
Bit too low. Continue. Add a bit more power. Reduce power. That was a bit 4 whites. Still high, but we're in a 7.4. 100.
50.
Towards the
40.
end of the runway.
30.
Check.
20.
Close.
10.
Hold the attitude. Nice and easy. Go. Hold the
Check
nose.
reverse.
Reverse. Nose down. Knots. 70 knots.
60 knots. Out, off, reverse. Auto
And
brake
brakes.
off.
So I'm going to take this intersection, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hilo. it is roughly 10 in the morning. Why was I worried about getting dark if it's that early? Body gear steering arm, and we're into a clear of the runway, and TCAS set to standby, and we'll just clean up the aircraft. Flares up, flaps up.
Flaps up.
Very, very tight turn this is. We'll make it. Landing, we'll keep our landing lights off. Keep our turn-offs on, just let people know we are taxiing. We'll just add a bit of power for this turn. Strobe light can come off as we're clear of runways. And so trim to 7 units. So, we'll get our APU started. And while that's doing that, I'm going to have cargo heat off. And we're now going to start.
After landing checklist.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Body gear steering.
Arm.
Auto brakes.
Damn.
Auto brakes need to be off.
Ignition.
Off.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Off.
Radar and transponder.
Standby.
Flaps.
Up.
Spoilers.
Down.
Stabilizer trim.
7 units.
Outflow valves. Open. Pressurization mode selector. Wait. Manual. Aft cargo heat. Off. APU. Check. Checklist completed.
So scheduled arrival time into Hilo was 22:57, so actually 10 minutes early. Our estimated block time was considered to be 1 hour 12, so we are 1 hour 6. So yeah, actually a bit early with our block time, and our flight time I think was a bit quicker than anticipated. We'll do a quick replay as well after we've got to the gate if the sim doesn't crash. Seven knots, yeah, we can make that turn. Might do the reverse, in fact I will do the reverse flight in a 738 just to show you the complete difference. In aircraft that we're dealing with, if I've got a Southwest livery. I should have a Southwest livery, but I'll need to change the interior. If I can get a Southwest cabin for the Zebo mod, I'll jump into that just to show you the differences. I'm just going to choose a gate now. Choose stand 7. We turn left, and it's the second one on our right, not including the one that will be in front of us. That's 7 is this one here. we're in an apron area, we're going to turn off the runway turn off. There's stand number 6 and stand number 7 is just right in front of us. That's the tower view, okay, not a bad tower view. Usually quite bad at lining up and just needs that external camera and it's cheating a little. But it's a 747 but there's hardly any operators for this in real life. I actually seen one of these in Billings last year, believe it or not. So they still are operated, it's just very rare to see one operated. So a bit of thrust. It's a very, very sluggish aircraft. There we go, just a bit of breakaway thrust there. Maybe we'll let it taxi under its own momentum. And we'll wait until this guy tells us to stop. Not much momentum at all. Probably due to its low weight. Come on, mate.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake is set. Alright, you can shut down the aircraft, so engines off, and we'll turn off our fasten seatbelt sign, and we'll just wait for this to drop below 6%. Because at M1 we want below 6%, and then we can get our beacon light off, and then we'll turn the replay on. It's below 6%. There we go. 6%. Beacon lights come off. Thank you for flying with. There's a jet bridge. Flying with Pan Am. Right. So just quick flight details. So block time 1 hour 11 minutes and a flight time of 44 minutes, wheels up to wheels down. Travelled around 253 nautical miles in radius of Atlanta and burned 11.5 tons of fuel and landing rate 206 feet per minute roughly. So we'll have a look on the replay. Let's bring it back to about here. A bit further back. Yeah, that's about nice. Let's have a look. And hopefully replay doesn't crash the sim. Oh, there you go, it's already a texture glitch. Typical X-Plane. At least we've got working replays in X-Plane. Looking at you, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I started hand flying a bit late, so you can see this is why I'm hand flying. I'm using a controller, so it's sometimes a bit finicky. I do plan on investing in the yoke very, very soon. be fair, it's not that bad. Alright, protect your ears. I actually think that's a very good landing. Nice one, centerline drifted off a bit. Could use my rudder a bit earlier. Quick patch cabin view, we'll do it from just in front of the engines, from around here. Going to ignore the window glitch. And last one. Around about here. I think that's a very nice touchdown, personally. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to do a full flight recording as well for you to watch. I'm going to do it from probably this view, just so you can see the wing, the wing a lot. And you also saw the steep right turn. But thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all again.